This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, Young Farmer of the Year grand finalists go head-to-head in Invercargill in the practical stage of competition. An infamous South Dunedin watering hole is to close its doors for the last time after the bar manager's licence has been cancelled. And a new $4.4 million bus hub gets the green light for Central Dunedin. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. The FMG Young Farmer of the Year grand finalists have gone head-to-head in Invercargill today for the practical stage of the competition. 7 competitors from around the country have had their farming skills put to the test through a series of gruelling challenges.
A parade was held through the streets of Invercargill yesterday to welcome the FMG Young Farmers, Agri-Kids and Teen Ag competitors to the city and to get the competition underway. Today's practical day saw the competitors take on a wide range of farm-based modules to test every aspect of their agricultural knowledge.
It's some unique stuff, especially with the Land Pro, with the surveying and measuring heights and where your cowshed needs to be. It is intense, but we want to get the most rounded young farmer to win it, and so they've got to be pretty good at everything.
As a previous grand finalist himself, Grove said the idea was to push the young farmers more every year to ensure the competition stays ahead of the ever-evolving industry.
We always want to try and push the boundaries and make it a wee bit tougher than it was for us, but farming's moving that way, and it's moving to more technology and innovation and more environmental awareness, so that's where we're pushing the contest, because we need to lead that. We want to try and front foot it and try and, if we can, get ahead of where we need to be, because these young farmers are the ones who are going to be leading it.
And to celebrate the contest's 50th anniversary, older farming techniques were also added to the modules, which proved quite a challenge for competitors.
We've got a few modules that are bringing that 50 year into it. Like we've got the tractor module with an old school tractor and no GPS or anything, and then we've got the big tractor with the GPS and all that side of it. So yeah, a couple of them haven't decided whether it was a potato planter or a seeder or it's a ridger. So yeah, I think they probably should have studied up on Southland a wee bit more, but yeah, it's good because it puts everyone on an even playing field.
The younger generation of farmers took on their own challenges throughout the day in the race to be named the winner of both the Agri-Kids and Teen Ag competitions. An awards ceremony is being held tonight for the Agri-Kids and Teen Ag competitors, with the Young Farmer of the Year being named tomorrow night. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Fire crews have converged on a house engulfed in flames in Southland. It is understood the house is in State Highway 6 between Winton and Lawnville, just out of Lochiel. Fire and Emergency New Zealand spokesman Brent Dunn says they received multiple calls regarding the fire. Dunn says Wallacestown and Winton crews responded and arrived to find the house well ablaze. More appliances and tankers came from Wallacestown to assist. An infamous South Dunedin watering hole is to close its doors for the last time. The Alcohol Regulatory and Licensing Authority has cancelled the publican's licence to manage a bar, forcing the well-known watering hole to close.
Time, gentlemen, please. Last orders have been called on Hess Hotel by the Alcohol Regulatory and Licensing Authority, and manager Stephen Clark has lost his licence, and he's not happy.
I only found out on Monday. I'm really pissed off about it. It's just, I think it's unfair. We have no trouble. We've got a great bunch of people who drink here.
The bar is a popular watering hole for South Dunedin's working class. It had its liquor licence suspended in 2012 and 2017, but Clark says it's not fair to bring up the past.
I mean, we've been punished. We've been closed down twice before for little wee things. But I mean, now we're going, and I've always been punished for those times. I mean, every time I've been closed down before, I've lost revenue, I've lost poker machine revenue, I've lost bar take, I've still got to pay the rent. But now, on this final one, I'm actually getting punished again for, I would have been punished before, but now they're bringing the old ones up again, and I'm getting re-punished for what I've been punished for.
Earlier this year, the bar was inspected following an anonymous tip-off, with police saying they found patrons to be rowdy and argumentative. Although he's taking this personally, Clark says other publicans have been sympathetic.
And I've had a lot of publicans ring me up too, actually, and they said, look, we've had a lot of trouble too, but they haven't been speaking out for the simple reason being they're scared of retaliation. And there's a lot of publicans who rang me, just, and they said, look, we know how you're feeling, but we're not speaking out.
Stephen Clark's manager's licence has been cancelled with immediate effect, and Hef's last day is July the 31st. Clark is unsure what he'll do next. In Dunedin, the South Today.
2 people were injured in a 3-car crash in central Dunedin this afternoon. A police spokeswoman says they were called at just after 3 o'clock this afternoon after reports of a crash at the intersection of Stafford and Maitland Streets. St John's spokesman Gerard Campbell says 2 patients were transported to Dunedin Hospital with moderate injuries. It appears 3 cars were involved and 2 ambulances were at the scene. The Otago Regional Council has confirmed it will create a new $4.4 million bus hub in central Dunedin. The decision comes after a year of planning, with work set to begin in just over a week.
Happy to finally have a plan of action. City and regional councillors, along with staff, announcing the timeline and cost of the long-awaited Dunedin bus hub. The new $4.4 million hub will create 10 bus bays along both sides of Great King Street, outside Dunedin's police station and community house. Otago Regional Councillor Michael Deaker says it's a good move for the city.
It's hugely positive. One, it enables passengers to know exactly where they need to come to catch whatever route they're catching. There'll be real-time information, there'll be Wi-Fi, there'll be coffee, there'll be all sorts of things, toilets and so on.
City Councillor Kate Wilson says it'll be a valuable addition to the city's public transport network.
Especially for the people that can't drive, and whether it's young people or old people or people who don't have access to a car, it just makes it, the city work so much better. And I'm just thrilled as a city councillor to see the regional council investing in the residents of Dunedin to have that as an opportunity.
There have been concerns from retailers about disruption to traffic. Councillors concede there will be significant disruption, but contractors will try and minimise it as much as possible by working round the clock. At least one road would remain open during daytime hours, and pedestrian access will be maintained to retailers and the police station.
You can pick holes in anything, but I think we need to make it work as a city.
Well, we've talked to them all a lot, right through the planning phase, and there was some discomfort at times, but I think it's all been accommodated, and the best I've heard today from our regional council officials is that the retailers are happy.
It's hoped the new bus hub will be ready by November this year. In Dunedin, for the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, members of the PSA union are going on strike on Monday, and we meet an Oamaru woman who's tinkling the ivories at 90 years young.
It's Alice Campbell Menswear's knitwear clearance. Buy one, save 25%. Buy 2 or more, save 33%. That's a third. Lots of New Zealand made and imported quality garments. Wool mix, pure wool, 100% merino. Merino cashmere. Merino possum. Heavy work fisher knits. V-neck, crew neck, quarter zip, button collar, full zip. Plain stripes, argyles, ferrules. Self patterns, you name it, even some ladies' colours. Knitwear clearance. Buy one, save 25%. Buy 2 or more, save 33% on all of them. Alice Campbell Menswear's 3 stores.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wooden Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires for obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects, from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
With over 230 events, the International Science Festival is taking over Dunedin from the 6th to the 15th of July. For more info, go to scifest.org.nz.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to become even softer while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever. Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysplumbing.co.nz.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Welcome back. PSA members at Inland Revenue and the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment are taking strike action on Monday afternoon. Rallies will be held in towns and cities across New Zealand. It's the first time staff at Inland Revenue have taken strike action in 22 years. In Dunedin, members will march from Inland Revenue on Rattray Street to the PSA office. And in Invercargill, members will be doing volunteer work at Southland Hospital. The 62nd annual Ashburton Sheep and Cattle Dog Sale has been held at the Mayfield Showgrounds. Working farm dogs with short names like Scout, Prince, Speck and Boy were popular. At this year's PGG Wrightson auction, top prices were paid for top dogs. 3 heading dogs fetched $8,000 apiece and 2 hunterways brought in over $7,000 each. Of the 44 entries, 34 were sold on the day and others passed in for later negotiation. There was the Frisky Beardy, priced to sell at $600, and big-footed hunterways with deep-chesty barks. Also up for sale were the dogs of the High Country Shepherds and those from the plains. One North Otago woman is about to reach an important milestone. She's been brightening the lives of residents at the Iona Home and Hospital in Oamaru for a quarter century. And she's showing no signs of slowing.
Herbert woman Shirley Gillies is proud to be tickling the ivories as she approaches her 94th birthday. For the past 25 years, she's gone every second Friday to play for the elderly at the Iona Home and Hospital in Oamaru, and she has no plans of stopping.
No, I wouldn't stop. No, I don't stop, and I don't need to practice because it's there.
She says piano playing is one of those skills that once you know, you never forget. She enjoys playing old favourites to her audience and watching them sing along.
Well, I love all those, the Beatles and the Seekers and things of that era, people of that era.
And she says she believes her fans are just happy to hear the music be played.
Well, I hope they do. The fact that I play the old songs, I don't think they'd care whether they were well played, as long as the melody was there that they could listen to.
Gillies started playing the piano at 9 years old when she was growing up in Oamaru. She will be 94 in August. In Oamaru, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, we check out the opening of the International Science Festival and see if it's actually raining everywhere the whole weekend.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of mass-port wood fires for obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysPlumbing.co.nz.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Have you got time and skills to share? Find out what time banking is July 7th at 1:30 at the St Peter's Church Hall in Caversham.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
With over 230 events, the International Science Festival is taking over Dunedin from the 6th to the 15th of July. For more info, go to scifest.org.nz.
At Sellers Campbell Menswear's knitwear clearance. Buy one, save 25%. Buy two or more, save 33%. That's a third. Lots of New Zealand made and imported quality garments. Wool mix, pure wool, 100% merino, merino cashmere, merino possum, heavy work fishnets, V-neck, crew neck, quarter zip, button collar, full zip, plain stripes, argyles, ferrules, self patterns, you name it, even some ladies' colours. Knitwear clearance. Buy one, save 25%. Buy two or more, save 33% on all of them. Alex Campbell Menswear's, 3 stores.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Thanks for staying with us. Mosgiel man Gareth John McMillan has been sentenced to 9 months supervision following a drunken attack on his neighbour. The Dunedin District Court had heard McMillan had consumed homebrew bourbon and then visited his neighbour's bedroom while she was asleep next to her 5-year-old son last November. He began touching the victim before her son ran downstairs and returned with a knife. Although McMillan pled guilty, the judge said the effects on the victim had been catastrophic. McMillan was also ordered to pay the victim more than $1,000 in compensation. A visiting expert in virtual reality is aiming to give Dunedin children and adults an educational view of the technology. Simon McCullen believes there's more to virtual reality than just playing games and is set to tell people why as part of the International New Zealand Science Festival starting today.
What are the possibilities of virtual reality? That's the question being asked at a New Zealand International Science Festival event in Dunedin this week. VR expert Simon McCallum hopes to show people what it can offer.
I'm sure some of them will just want to be playing games, but I think the main thing that I'm going to focus on is the educational aspects and the creativity. What you can do when you go beyond just playing games and start creating your own content.
Using the VR consoles, the Vive and the Oculus Rift, McCallum will give lectures on storytelling and creating 3D objects using the technology. He says we're moving toward a reality in which much of the tech we use can be controlled remotely.
Autonomous cars, you may actually have people being able to take over who are actually remote controlling those. And so the things you see in Black Panther, where they remote control drones in a VR space, that is coming, and we can already do some of those things.
He says one potential issue with virtual reality becoming more and more realistic is some people will prefer it to the real thing.
This is going to be a challenge. As an educator, I have to work very hard on making my content, what I teach, so engaging that the students want to come to my lectures rather than just watch it online or play in VR. So I think we have to do more work to make actual life more engaging.
The event starts tomorrow on Vogel Street, with the International Science Festival running until next Sunday. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Young Farmer of the Year contestants are put through their paces in the practical stages of the competition in Invercargill. An infamous South Dunedin watering hole is to close its doors for the last time after the bar manager's licence has been cancelled. And Dunedin's long talked about Central City Bus Hub has the green light of approval at a cost of more than $4 million. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page.
Good evening. Yeah, plenty of reading with our Saturday paper out on the streets tomorrow. We've got a lovely story on the front about a Central Otago woman, Pagan Kararia, who is going to be starring in a documentary focusing on women shearers. It's called She Shears, which is really hard to say.
Say that 10 times.
No, once is more than enough. Pagan works for her dad, Dion Morrell, who's a very well-known Central Otago shearer. She helps run 7 of the shearing gangs up there, and she's also competed as a shearer and a wall classer at World Championships herself, so yeah, well versed in that. It's a bit of a remarkable story for her, really. 10 years ago she was driving one of her dad's shearing vans in Central Otago, crashed in the early morning and killed 2 of the passengers. She talks about the 5 years of physical and mental rehabilitation she underwent to sort of get back to where she is now, and sort of credits her dad with helping playing a big role in doing that. So a really heartwarming story.
What an amazing woman.
Yeah, she is, and a really hard worker, up at 4 o'clock every morning and into it. So the documentary is due to premiere in Auckland on August 1, and then it's going to be taken around the country as part of the film festival. So coming to Dunedin as well, so definitely worth catching up for a look.
Fantastic.
The weekend mix. Focusing on the women as well. The science festivals are starting in earnest this weekend, and we're looking at some influential women in science. We talked to a Scottish code developer, Ellie Watson, and an aeronautic professor, that's also hard to say, Karen Wilcox. Ellie's quite amazing. She grew up in Scotland with the Spice Girls as her role model. Wanted to be an artist but missed out twice on art school, so applied to go on a software engineering course, and the rest is history. Now lives in Australia and has recently been voted amongst the top 10 influential women in Australia, so she's really making a mark. Lots on over the week as well with school holidays and the Science Fest, and one of the highlights is going to be a rocket making workshop which Karen Wilcox is going to be running, so get the kids along to that one.
And the big kids too.
Yeah, exactly. And sports, lots of sports coverage, and a lot of sport on tonight as well, which we'll obviously be catching up with tomorrow. The Otago women's basketball team, the Gold Rush, they're in the semi-finals of the National Championships here in Dunedin, playing Harbour about now, so we'll have a full wrap of that. And of course the big one, the Highlanders and Crusaders, being played in Christchurch tonight as well, so there's a lot of interest in that. And second to last round robin game, so we'll have a clearer picture of where the Highlanders are going for their playoff match after tonight's game. So we'll have a wrap of that and a look ahead.
Wonderful, thanks. So there's something for everyone in tomorrow's ODT, and good luck to those teams. And now time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Looking at the situation, it will be windy for a few days with gusty northerlies tonight and decreasing northwesterlies tomorrow, then colder southwesterly winds are expected on Monday. Looking at the southern towns, Balclutha, Catlins and Gore can expect fresh westerlies with a bit of cloud and a high of 12, and it's the same for Lumsden with a high of 13. Moving westwards to central, Alexandra is in for gusty northwesterlies, becoming fine and a high of 14. Queenstown and Wanaka can look forward to gusty northwesterlies, which will become fine with a high of 13. Te Anau can expect fresh westerly showers and a high of 11. To the northern outlook along the east coast, Oamaru and Timaru are in for moderate northwesterlies, rain clearing and highs of 15 and 16. While further inland, Omarama and Twizel can expect gusty northwesterlies, becoming fine and a high of 13 degrees. And in Dunedin tonight, cloudy with breezy northerly winds with an overnight low of 8. Tomorrow morning, expect mild temperatures with a high of 14 and a low of 8. Rain and gusty winds clear early in the day with sunny periods increasing, followed by moderate northwesterlies later on. And Sunday will be fine with sunny periods, some high cloud and moderate westerly winds, a high of 12 and a low of 8. And in Invercargill tonight, rain clears with strong winds with an overnight low of 9. Tomorrow, mostly fine with sunny periods, some cloud and moderate to fresh westerlies. Expect a high of 13 and a low of 8. And for Sunday, expect colder, gusty westerly winds on Sunday with showers, a high of 11 and a low of 7. That's our news for this Friday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you have a great evening, take care, stay warm, and we leave you with some shots from the Midwinter Carnival. Ka kite anō.
Only about 2 or 3 minutes to go.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.